my lecture would be divided in two sections. First, some general concept, because I know this is an internationally audience. Perhaps some of the concepts are already new, but for other people, we need probably a common language. The second part is 5 proposals of research on regionalism as a lever for good governance. Why to talk about international relation and regionalism? I see sum up 3 facts. The first fact is an economic and geography fact. This means that we have international factors shape the new power hierarchies among states and regions. This means that world politics is driven by economic factors, but also from geography proximity. I will show after what is the meaning with geography proximity. But this calls for regional cooperation. A second fact is that also politics has relevance in international governance. And this calls for the institutional building and the normative theory. This means that we have a need of institution to govern governance. The third fact is that regionalism and globalization are two conditions of the same historical process. This means that together we are assisting at the weakening of the boundaries of states for the international free trade. Well, these are the basic concept. A first differentiation we have to do is between regionalism and regionalization. Normally people talk of regionalism and regionalization as the same thing. They are not. There is a good agreement between the scientists that regionalism is a political process, a top-down political process. This means that states cooperate and create political space of cooperation. This means that we need institutions, that we need treaties. The regionalization is an economic process, a spontaneous process. It's informal. We don't need institution, organization. But you can see the evidence, the economic evidence. By this way, I'm not saying that regionalism is only a matter of political affairs and regionalization is only merely economic. No. Regionalism is also economic regionalism, but is the politically intentionality that you have. If you remember the process of the European construction, the first stage was the integration of the economic market. You remember Jean Monnet, probably, who studied the political science, remember the functionist model, and this is a gravity model. Other difference we have to do is between interregionalism, transregionalism, and regional multilateralism. This means that interregionalism is a cooperation, relation between 2 different areas or more areas, but is a formal relation. So also in this case, you have institution driving the cooperation. The transnationalism is without structure, without institutions. Is more informal and can allow also non-state actors. The regional multilateralism is an ambition, because if we see the world we are living in, for sure is a regionalized world. But we come after to the real question, are regional blocks good things or bad things for the international trade? Before this, I want to show a model that is very old, 40 years ago, of Bela Balassa, that is an Hungarian economist. His model has 4 stages. The first, the free trade area, that is a removal of trade barriers. The second is custom union, a common trade external policy to non-members. The third is the common market. It means the free movements inside the area of production factors. And the last one is the economic union, That means the harmonization of economic policies. Lately, there is also a fifth stage, that it means a political union, that is the building of a European Union. No? And you see different organizations that we are talking after in the various stages. This is just to show you that in the history, regionalism is always present. For example, in the 30s and 40s, when there is the passing out of the Britannic hegemony to the American one, but the American was not ready to take over the rules, we assist a shift from open trade order to state protectionism. In this moment, we have what we call a malevolent regionalism. This means a very closed regionalism, and the will in Europe, by Germany, and Asia, by Japan, to have control of the regional area. This means, of course, closing the open regionalism. The second period, that means the institution of Bretton Woods, so the reopening of the liberalization of commerce. We have this American hegemony that was fundamental for the European integration. Of course, in this moment, they are not completely agreed with the European integration, but at the moment, it was really a fundamental help to make the European integration. In this period, we have the economic regionalism, that means open regionalism. And the third phase that we are in is a post-hegemonic regionalism. That means all this period that we are searching for a new international order. We are in a post-hegemonic era. It's obvious that the only superpower, the United States of America, is not able to take the general rule of the international system. So we are trying to find another system of governance in the international order. Another concept, and this is very important, is a fundamental concept in the international relation and international economics. Are trade regional blocks good or bad for the international trade? There are two main schools of thought. The first one, see in the regional blocks a trade diversion. That means it's not good for commerce. It's closed commerce, the best benefits are lost, and globalization is slowing down. And all these kind of regional blocs are closing the economies, basically. So these are stumbling blocks. They are blocking the globalization. Another school, more optimistic, is the trade bloc are good, and this means they are building bloc. And this is the view of the World Trade Organization. It's the same view. Of course, it's also a view that they have to accept because regionalism is there to stay. This graphic you see is the increasing number of regional trade agreements in the years, and you will see a huge amount of increasing just in the years of the establishment of World Trade Organization.